Hello, good evening, and welcome to Colburn Park. After yesterday's trip to Geneva, it got rained out after about an hour and a half rain delay before the start. We're back here in Newark to host the Red Wings. The Pilots have been flying very high as of late, coming into tonight's matchup, winners of 5 straight games, 7 of 9, 8 of 11, to run their record to 16-26, and an 11-6 mark here in the month of July after a bumpy June. It's the Pilots' first game since blowing out Adirondack 13-2 on Saturday in a game in which the Trailblazers made 7 errors defensively. After taking an early to 7-0 lead, they never looked back. Tonight they will turn to their right-hander from New Taipei City, Taiwan, and Van Young University, Peng Phi Wong, to face the Red Wings. He's 0-2 with a 5.03 earned run average in 8 previous starts, or 8 previous games, 6 previous starts. He'll be opposed by Winfred Nelson, a junior right-hander from Hilbert College, who's 0-1 with a 3.00 earned run average in 2 previous starts. 72 degrees and cloudy here at Colburn Park in Newark, New York. We hope to get this game in before the rain starts up here. You're listening to Frank LaSala on the Newark Pilots Radio Network. Now, as Trustin Riley digs in, time for some baseball. Wong readies from the windup. First pitch at 7:07 Eastern time here at Colburn Park. Swung on, foul back, counts 0-1. The defense behind Peng Phi Wong making his final start for the Pilots. Colton Carney, Mark McKenna, Ovier Torres left to right in the outfield. Hunter Wells, Grant Hackbarth, Christian Orr, and Peter Battaglia left to right in the infield. And catching Wong, it's Jonathan Parker. Counts a ball and a strike now on Trustin Riley, left-handed hitting left fielder from Tampa for the Red Wings, the 1-1. Off speed, called strike 2. Red Wings come into tonight's matchup 12-11 on the road, 23-14 against Western Division opponents. Still with hopes to win the West. They sit 4 games behind the Jamestown Jammers with less than a week to go. Fastball gets the inside corner, and Trustin Riley is down looking to start this game. The rest of the lineup after Riley: batting second, playing short, Justin Etz. Batting third, playing third, Joseph Tassin. Batting fourth, playing first, Will Simonite. Batting fifth behind the plate, Justice Bigby. Batting seventh, playing second, Jake Lyle. Batting sixth, playing second, Jake Lyle. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Langston Livingston. Batting eighth, playing right, Matt Smith. And batting ninth, patrolling center, Matt Chamberlain. First pitch from Wong missed. Second one is fouled down the left field line. Colton Carney will give it a look, but he will just come up short, and it counts even at a ball and a strike on Etz. The leadoff man, Trustin Riley, struck out looking against Wong, who's appearing in his 9th game for the Pilots, 39 1/3 innings, 48 hits, 28 runs, 22 of those earned. He's walked 9 and he's now struck out 31. Pilots at home are 9-13. 14-22 against the West. They've won 5 in a row, and they're 3-0 since the All-Star break. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses high. Counts 2-1. They sit 13.5 games behind Jamestown, but a lot more importantly, just 2.5 games behind Onondaga. The 2-1. Popped up. Wells over in foul territory will give it a look. He will make the play in front of the Seaport Lumber Party deck for out number 2. So Etz pops out in foul territory, and the batter is Joseph Tassin. Pilots 2 games back in the win column of Onondaga, 3 in the loss column, 2.5 games back overall, with a chance with the Flames off tonight to get as close as 2 games left, 2 games behind. Breaking ball called strike 1. A big home-and-home series with the Flames on Friday and Saturday. Friday in Onondaga, Saturday here at Colburn Park. But in order for those games to be meaningful, we're going to have to take care of 3 games with Geneva, a doubleheader on Thursday before we travel to Onondaga, and then on the road in Jamestown and Elmira the next 2 nights. Counts 2-1 on Joseph Tassin, third baseman from Bashir Parish Community College. Batting .341 with a .393 on-base percentage. The 2-1 from Wong. Popped up. Down the right field line, Torres in, Battaglia back. None of them will get there as it lands in between Christian Orr, who joined the party down the right field line. But an unharmful foul ball, and it counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tassin, no batting gloves look. 44 hits and 129 at-bats. He's driven in 28. He scored 23, and he has a home run. Wong comes set. Ready for the 2-2 to Tassin. From the windup, Parker sets up outside. He goes there. Tassin fouls this one back, and we will do the 2-2 again. Here at Colburn Park, Monday afternoon, or Monday evening now. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Wong looking to go 1-2-3. The 2-2. Rounded foul. Tassin now see his 7th pitch of the AB from Peng-Fi Wong. All the way from New Taipei City, Taiwan. Representing Van Young University, a private university in Taiwan City. The 2-2. Lined foul, and the 8th pitch of the at-bat will be next upcoming to Tassin. Pilots come into today are scoring 6.17 runs per game. Geneva scoring 6.5. The 2-2. Lined foul. Tassin and Wong in a duel here. The pitch count has escalated to 9 in this AB. The difference here in runs scored is the Pilots are giving up 7.19 runs per game, and Geneva is giving up just 5.67. The 2-2. Lined into center field. McKenna back. Torres over. The right fielder Torres calls for it, makes the play to retire the side. The Red Wings go 1-2-3 here in their half of the first. We head to the bottom half. Geneva nothing, Newark coming to bat here at Colburn Park. Peng-Fi Wong does his job in the Red Wings half of the first, gets them 1-2-3 with his 31st strikeout of the year. And now it's Winfred Nelson's turn, a right-handed pitcher from Hilbert College, a Division II school in Hilbert, Michigan. He will face the top of the Pilots' order. First off, their left-handed swinging center fielder, Mark McKenna. First pitch is bounced, and the count's 1-0. Rest of the lineup after McKenna. Batting second, playing short, Graham Hackbarth. Batting third, playing third, Hunter Wells. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Will Alaka. Batting fifth, playing first, Peter Battaglia. Batting sixth, playing right, over Torres. Batting seventh, playing left, Colton Carney. Batting eighth, behind the plate, Jonathan Parker. Batting ninth, playing first, Christian Orr. 1-0 count, a slow roll to the second baseman, Jake Lyle. Mark McKenna is retired for out number 1 here in the first. Rest of the defense behind Wynn Nelson, left, right in the outfield. Trustin Riley, Matt Chamberlain, Matt Smith. Left, right in the infield, Joseph Tassin, Justin Etz, Jake Lyle, and Will Simonite. And catching Nelson, it's Justice Bigby. So Nelson retires the first pilot he faced. Now the second one, Hackbarth pops this one up to right. Matt Smith in, calls for it. Makes the play for out number 2. So 3 pitches and 2 outs for Wynn Nelson, looking to match zeros with Peng Fi Wong here in first.
Number 2, Hunter Wells.
If he wants to do so, he'll have to go through Hunter Wells to go 1, 2, 3 here in the first. Since joining the team, Hunter is batting .389, 28 hits and 72 at-bats. 5 of those have gone for doubles. First pitch, breaking ball dropped in for strike 1. Behind the plate tonight, calling balls a strike, it's Rick Antonio, and the base umpire is Gary Benton. Nelson from the windup, the 1-strike pitch. Goes breaking ball again. Wells this time swinging, fouls it down the left field line. And counts on 2. Nelson's pitched 12 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 5 walks, and he struck out 6. He's retired the first batters here in the bottom of the 4th, looking to match 1, 2, 3 innings with Wong. The 0-2. Fouled back. Tassin, the third baseman for Geneva, gives it a look, but it will land foul. Wells has also scored 15 runs and is third on the team with 20 runs driven in. Trails just over Torres and Will Alaka. The 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball. Grounded into the Pilots dugout, and count remains no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Winfred Nelson pitching to Hunter Wells. Wells, the future Louisiana Tech Bulldog, go to. Bounced, and he'll see another pitch. Wells playing third baseman tonight, the switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Nelson, making his 3rd start for the Red Wings. Wearing number 24. From the windup, the 1-2. Line into left center field. This ball is going to drop. Riley over to cut it off. Wells is heading for second, where he will stand up with a 2-out double.
Now stepping up to the plate for Newark Pilots from the University of
Riley made a good play over in left to cut that ball off. Wells took advantage of the shortstop Etz cutting off that ball off before it made it to second to take the extra back. So the 6th double for Hunter Wells, and now the batter is the Pilots' leading RBI man, one of their 2, Will Alaka. The designated hitter tonight. First pitch swinging, bloops this one into right. Sends Smith in. He will find it, glove it, and make the play for out number 3. The Pilots get a 2-out man into scoring position, but he's wasted. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 man left on base. We played 1 here at Colburn Park. No score. 4, 5, and 6 for the Red Wings. Will Simonite, Justice Bigsby, and Jake Lyle for Geneva, the second place team in the Western Division of the Perfect Game League. First batter is Will Simonite, sophomore catcher from Cornell, playing first base tonight for the Wings. Takes a called strike one from Wong. Simonite on the year against the Pilots has 77 hits and 23 at-bats, has a .304 batting average. Swings at the one-strike pitch from Wong, fouls it out of play, counts 0-2. Overall, he has a .342 batting average, 41 hits and 120 at-bats, which ranks him 9th in the Perfect Game League. He wears number 33. Wong from the windup. Poker sets up outside. The two-strike pitch goes there, and Simonite fouls it out of play. And count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Wong got the Red Wings 1-2-3 in the top of the first. The Pilots got a 2-out man to second on a Hunter Wells double, but he was stranded when Willie Laka popped out on the first pitch to right. Two-strike pitch missed outside from Wong, making his final start of the summer for the Pilots. 5'9" right-hander. All the way from Taiwan. The 1-2 to Simonite. Grounded up the middle or over to his right, unable to make the play. And it's a single for Will Simonite, the first Red Wings hit of the game.
Now stepping up,
Gonna bring up Justice Bigsby.
Catcher number 7, Justin Bigby.
Justice Bigsby, the catcher for Geneva, will dig in against Wong after the infield single from Will Simonite that Christian Orr was unable to get to. Bigsby, the freshman catcher from Western Carolina. First pitch from Wong gets the outside corner and the count's 0-1. Just 4 for 5 is Bigsby. He's played in just one game for the Red Wings. 4 for 5, scored 2 runs, drove in 3, also hit a home run in a win against Adirondack. There was no batting gloves. Wells in at third. One-strike pitch. Drops a breaking ball that misses high and counts 1-1. Bigsby wearing number 7 for the Red Wings. The 1-1. Breaking ball dropped in at the knees, and Bigsby's behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Simonite leads off first, being held on by Battaglia. Wong from the stretch. The 1-2 is bounced. Simonite will take off. Throw down from Parker. Not in time. A stolen base for Will Simonite. His 4th on the summer, and the Red Wings have their leadoff man in scoring position, with nobody out and a 2-2 count on Bigsby. Justice Bigsby, the catcher for Geneva, comes an RBI opportunity. Has 4 hits in his 5 at-bats for the Wings. Wong from the stretch, the 2-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Bigsby down swinging for out number 1 here in this second.
To the plate, second baseman number 10, Jake Lyle.
That'll bring up the second baseman for the Red Wings, Jake Lyle. Has 5 hits and 21 at-bats against the Pilots this year. He scored 2 and driven in 2. It's a .238 batting average. Wong towing the rubber from the first base side, double checks on Simonite, and fires in a breaking ball that misses low to Lyle, the freshman second baseman for the Red Wings from Volunteer State Community College. Overall on the year, batting just .211, 20 hits in 95 at-bats. He scored 10 and driven in 13. Has a 1-0 count. Wells about even with the bag at third. Battaglia and the rest of the infield beat the 1-0. Popped foul, and count goes to a ball and a strike. Langston Livingston, the designated hitter for the Red Wings, waits on deck. Wong from the stretch. A ball, a strike, and out, 1 on. Looks back at Simonite, then fires a pitch that misses in the dirt. Count goes to 2-1. Simonite off second, single, then stole. And Bigby struck out for out number 1 here in this inning. Wong double checks, now fires. Foul ball shatters the bat of Jake Lyle, so he'll have to go get a new piece of wood. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the Red Wings' second baseman. We're here in the top of the second. Both Nelson and Wong exchanged scoreless first. And then the leadoff man for Geneva has made it all the way to second with 1 out here in the frame. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. The batter is Lyle. Wong from the stretch, the 2-2. Popped up. Hackbarth back, McKenna over. He will call for it, make the play for out number 2. So the man patrolling center field for the Pilots, Mark McKenna, calls Carney and Hackbarth off.
Number 26.
Makes the play. There's 2 away. The batter is the left-handed hitting designated hitter, Langston Livingston. The freshman from St. Joseph's in Pennsylvania. Plays in the Atlantic 10 Conference. Wears it number 26 for the Red Wings. Wong double checks on Simonite. First pitch to Livingston. Missed outside, counts 1-0. Livingston on the summer. Batting .283, 13 hits and 46 at-bats. He scored 10, driven in 6. The 1-0. This breaking ball is dropped in for a strike, and the count is even at 1. 2 outs and a man on. Wong looking to strand that leadoff single from Simonite. Comes set from the stretch. Glove in hand. Kicks and deals. The 1-1. Breaking ball again. Livingston looks it into the glove of Parker, and it's a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on. Wong set. Looks back, now fires. The 1-2. Popped up. Parker and Wells give it a look, but it will land foul. The count goes to 1-2 on Langston Livingston. Simonite leads off of second. Livingston deep in the left-handed batter's box, behind in the count 1-2. Wong looking to strand the leadoff base runner. Double checks on Simonite. Now triple checks the 1-2. Gets Livingston to check his swing. The base umpire, Gary Benton, says no, sir, he did not. Looked like Livingston, looked like it was going to be a called strike, but both Parker and the home plate umpire immediately asked for an appeal. So count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Livingston, the designated hitter, waits. The 2-2. Misses low, and the count is full. See if that starts Simonite from second with no one running behind him. Pilots infield is deep. Hackbarth shaded over towards second with a lefty up and a runner on second to hold him on. Wong looks back, the payoff pitch. Runner stays, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Livingston down, swinging. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the leadoff single is wasted. We head to the bottom of the second. 5, 6, and 7 for the Pilots. No score here at Coburn.
Now
Peter
stepping up
Battaglia,
to the
over
plate
Torres,
from
and
University
Colton Carney
first
for
baseman
the
number
Pilots in
18,
their half of the
Peter
second.
Battaglia.
The Red Wings got a leadoff single all the way to second, and then a strikeout, a fly out, and another strikeout from Peng Fi Wong stranded it. He's gone 2, a hit, and 3 strikeouts here tonight. Battaglia will start it off for the Pilots. Comes in 280 on the summer with a 426 on base percentage, 33 hits and 118 at bats. Has scored 29 runs, which is good enough for 10th in the perfect game league. And he's driven in 18. The 1-up. Missed inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike, or 2 balls and no strikes. Pilots got a 2-out man into scoring position with a Hunter Wells double, and then he was stranded in their half of the first. No score here in the bottom of the second. 2-0 pitched, missed low. Goes to the backstop as Big B unable to stop it, and count goes to 3-0. The 3-0 pitch to Battaglia, taking all the way. It's a called strike 1. Battaglia using the pink bat for the Pilots. 8 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs. The 3-1 is popped up. Sends Simonite over towards foul territory. He will give it a look. It will land foul. And the count on Battaglia is full. Win Nelson on the mound for the Red Wings. The payoff pitch to Battaglia. Missed way outside, and Battaglia works a leadoff walk here in the second.
Now stepping up.
Both teams with their leadoff man on here in the second.
Over Torres.
Stranded by Wong, and now over Torres, Colton Carney, and Jonathan Parker will have a chance to change that fortune for the Pilots. Torres tied for the Pilots lead with 24 runs batted in. Squares to bunt, gets it down the first base line, but foul. Torres does not have a sac bunt on the year. First time, if my memory serves me correct, that Torres has even squared around. Comes into tonight, the Pilots' leader in hits. There's a 3-way tie for second place between Alaka, Battaglia, and McKenna, but Torres paces the Pilots with 34. 34 hits and 114 at-bats, batting .298. One strike pitch misses outside. Count is ball and strike. The third baseman, Tassin, even or a step onto the grass at third. Simonite holding on Battaglia at first. The 1-1, rounded foul. Butt sign turned off on that one. The count goes to a ball, 2 strikes. Battaglia, standing on first, has stolen 4 bases, has not been caught. The Pilots, as a team, have stolen 77 bases on the summer and have been caught just 15 times. The 1-2. Line deep into center field, sends Chamberlain back. He will find it, glove it, and make the play for out number 1 here in this bottom of the second. So Battaglia will head back to first. The batter is Colton Carney. The right-handed swinging left fielder from Seton Hill. Has 15 hits and 55 at-bats for the Pilots as Big B goes out and talks to Nelson. Carney has a 3-run home run against these Red Wings in a 10-9 loss back a few weeks ago. Batting .273 on the year, 5 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run. So 9 of his 15 hits have gone for extra bases. He's driven in 13 and scored 10. Big B heads back behind the plate. Leadoff man Battaglia reached on a walk to start this inning, and then Torres flew out to center. First pitch swinging, lined down the left field line, foul. Counts on 1. Colton Carney, the outfielder from Seton Hill. Long blonde locks hanging out of his batting helmet. Battaglia leads off first, being held on by Simon, the Red Wings catcher. 1-strike pitch swinging. Fouls it in the same spot. Count goes 0-2. Out of town, Western Division scoreboard. The Adirondack Trailblazers and the Albany Dutchmen are currently in a rain delay. Or actually, they've been canceled. The first game, they were supposed to play a doubleheader as Battaglia steals his 5th bag of the year. So he heads down to second. The Dutchmen and the Trailblazers were supposed to play a doubleheader. Game 2 was canceled, and Game 1 will be made up as part of a doubleheader. And then the Elmira Pioneers are beating Utica 2-0. Jamestown and Onondaga both with the night off. An important week upcoming for both these Pilots and Red Wings if Geneva wants to win the West and if the Pilots want to make the playoffs. The count on Carney is 1-2 as he fouls this one back. Pilots have Jamestown tomorrow, Elmira on Wednesday, both on the road. Then a doubleheader with these Red Wings on Thursday. A home-and-home with Onondaga on Friday and Saturday. And then they host Amsterdam on Sunday to round out the regular season. The 1-2. Pitch missed outside. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. And after the way the month of June went, going just 5-20, never did the Pilots think they would have a chance to play meaningful games here on the last week of the regular season. 2-2 count on Colton Carney. Nelson looks back at Battaglia on second. This one popped back, and Carney battling with Nelson. The count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 7th pitch of the at-bat coming to Carney. Line down the left field line. Riley finds it, gloves it. Battaglia fakes like he's going to tag, and there's 2 away here in the Pilots' half of the second. The batter will be Jonathan Parker.
Louisiana Tech number 23, catcher Jonathan Parker.
Parker, the Pilots' catcher, takes off his shin guards and heads towards the right-handed batter's box. From Jones County Junior College, signed to play on at Louisiana Tech in the fall. Catching Wong tonight, has 25 hits and 103 at-bats. Battaglia leads off second. Parker looking to drive him in and extend this inning. First pitch from Nelson. Swung on, fouled back, and counts on 1. Parker's batting average 243, has a 339 on base percentage. Scored 20 and driven in 11. Looking to drive Battaglia in for the Pilots. Behind in the count 0-1. Nelson from the stretch. Long look at Battaglia, who's already stole a base against him. Pitch missed low. The count is 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The man on second base, that's Battaglia. The batter is Parker. Nelson looks him back now, fires the 1-1. Swung on and missed, and Parker's behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nelson looking to do what Long did and strand the leadoff base runner. It was a walk that started the inning to Battaglia. So 1-2 count on Parker. Bottom of the second, no score. Nelson comes set, now deals. Swung on, fouled back. We'll do it again. Win Nelson on the mound for the Red Wings. Peter Battaglia on second. Jonathan Parker at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 1-2. Taken high, and count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Parker. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a man in scoring position. Nelson sets the 2-2. Breaking ball up. Parker fouls it back, and we'll have another pitch. Geneva comes in winners of 8 of 10, and the Pilots 7 of 10, the 2 hottest teams in the Western Division of the Purple Game League. The 2-2. Missed low. Blocked by Bigby. And the count is full on Parker. We're going to extend this inning. Christian Orr, the number 9 hole hitter, waits on deck. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming to Parker. Nelson comes set. The payoff pitch. Popped up. Simonite over to his left. He will run out of room as his ball lands foul. And Parker will see his 9th pitch. So Carney saw 7. Battaglia saw 6. Parker's about to see his 9th. Nelson sets the payoff pitch. Lined into right. Smith back a few steps, finds it, gloves it, and makes the play for out number 3. So the Pilots get a leadoff walk, and then fly outs to each of the 3 outfielders strands the runner. We've played 2. No score here at Colburn. A pair of Matts, then the top of the order for Geneva here in their half of the 3rd. Matt Smith, Matt Chamberlain, and then Trustin Riley. So the 3 outfielders for the Wings who all made plays in the field in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch swinging, fouls it back, counts on 1. Flew out to center, Carney to left, and Parker to right after Battaglia's leadoff walk. Wong in his 3rd inning in relief. One strike pitch misses outside, counts a ball strike. He's in his 3rd inning to start this game, not in relief. He has allowed a hit, and he struck out 3. The 1-1. Popped up. Parker will give it a look. It will land foul. Counts a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Batter is Matt Smith, freshman right fielder from UC Davis. For the Red Wings, the 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3. Smith down. Looking. The 4th strikeout of the night from Peng-Fi Wong. That'll bring up the number 9 hole hitter, Matt Chamberlain. Freshman center fielder from New Haven. Batting .309 with a .419 on-base percentage for the Red Wings. 38 hits and 123 at-bats. Wells, the third baseman, about a step in from the bag at third, resting the field deep. First pitch misses inside. Count is 1-0. Dark clouds hovering over the sky here at Coburn Park in the top of the third. Looking to get this game in before the rain comes. 1-0 pitch gets the outside corner, and it's a called strike 1. So a ball, a strike, and an out for the number 9 hole hitter, Chamberlain. Leadoff man Smith struck out looking. The 1-1 popped up out of play. Counts the ball and 2 strikes. Chamberlain, the first of 2 straight lefties that Wong will see in this inning. Trusting Riley, the man on deck. Also hits from the left side. Wong sets, now deals. The 1-2. Missed low, and we're even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wong's thrown 8 pitches in this inning, has thrown 46 total. The 47th is swung on and missed strike 3. Chamberlain down swinging for out number 2. 3 straight strikeouts for Wong. He's got 5 now in this game. With 2 outs, we will flip the lineup back towards the top to a man who struck out to start off this game, looking Trustin Riley. Sophomore from Tampa. He's 0 for 1. First pitch from Wong goes outside for a called strike 1. 1 hit apiece. An infield single from Will Simonite for Geneva, and a 2-out double in the first from Hunter Wells for the Pilots. The 1-strike pitch. Popped up down the right field line. Torres started back now in. Christian Orr all the way back in deep right field. Makes the play for out number 3. So Torres appears like he lost that one, but Christian Orr, the second baseman, is all the way out, makes the play, and retires the side. 1-2-3, top of the third for Wong. 9-1-2 for the Pilots in their half of the third. No score at Coburn Park. Christian Orr, Mark McKenna, and Graham Hackworth for the Pilots. First pitch from Nelson, miss low, counts 1-0. Wong got the Red Wings 1-2-3 in the top half of the third after 2 strikeouts. He got the leadoff man, Trustin Riley, to pop out into short right field. The man at the plate made the final play in the top of the third. Now leads off here in the bottom of the third. Has 13 hits in 53 at-bats. 2-0 pitch misses. Count goes to 3-0 on the youngest Pilot, Christian Orr. Playing second tonight for the Pilots. Batting .245 with a .474 on-base percentage. Has scored 20 runs and walked 20 times. The 3-0. Taking all the way, it's a called strike one. Wayne Nelson on the mound for the Red Wings on in his third inning of this game has given up a base runner in each of the first 2, a double and a walk, and has stranded both. 3-1 pitches grounded to short. Double clutched by Etz, then fires to first to beat Christian Orr for out number 1. So the number 9 hole hitter is retired, and that'll bring up the leadoff man, Mark McKenna. Left-handed swinging center fielder McKenna grounded out to Jake Lyle at second. The leadoff man Orr retired, and now the batter's McKenna. Second on the team with 33 hits. First pitch swinging. A little late on that one. Pitch went high and counts 1-0. McKenna batting .308 with a .400 on-base percentage. Hits him. Spins out of the way. He will head down to first. That's the 8th time McKenna has been hit on the summer.
Now at the plate.
Ties him with Jake Evans of the Red Wings for 8th place in the league, and the batter's Graham Hackworth. So McKenna reaches the 3rd straight inning for the Pilots. They have a runner on. Graham Hackworth, the shortstop for the Pilots. Nelson back in the stretch. First pitch swinging. Through an off-speed pitch is Hackworth. Counts 0-1. Man from Pearl River Community College. Signed to play on at Louisiana Tech in the fall. Batting .248 on the year, has 27 hits and 109 ABs. DO1. Thought about it, but we'll let it go high, and it counts a ball and a strike. One ball, one strike, one out. One on for the Pilots. McKenna stands on first after being hit in the back by a Nelson offering. McKenna has stolen 6 bases in 8 attempts for the Pilots this year. And there he goes. Hit and run on. This one is popped up. Tassin gives it a look. It will land foul. And Hackworth's behind the count. 1-2. So hit and run on there. Unsuccessful as McKenna, who is running on the play, heads back to first. It'll be a 1-2 count on Graham Hackworth. Simonite goes over it, the first baseman, and talks to his pitcher Nelson, heads back to first, and gets ready for the 1-2. The number 2 hole hitter in the Pilots order is Hackworth. No score here in the bottom of the third. 1 out at Colburn Park. 7:55 Eastern time here in Western New York. The 1-2. Missed outside, and we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nelson throws over ahead of the 2-2 to Hackworth. The 2-2. Runner goes, hit and run on again, fouled back. We'll do it again. Nelson steps off, looks over at McKenna. Two swinging at a pitch outside. Hackworth down on strikes for the 25th time on the summer. And there's 2 away for Hunter Wells.
Back from Louisiana Tech, third baseman number 2, Hunter Wells.
McKenna goes, hit and run on again. The batter, Hunter Wells, first pitch swinging. Fouls it back, counts 0-1. Wells hit a 2-out double his first time up in the left center field for his 6th double of the summer, but he was wasted on a Will Alaka flyout. Alaka waits on deck. If Wells can extend this inning. Simonite holding on McKenna at first. Nelson from the stretch looks over now, throws over. Ahead of the 0-1 to Hunter Wells. Wearing number 2, switch hitter batting from the left side. He's walked it 12 times and struck out 11 here in his 21st game. McKenna goes, pitch low, throw down by Bigby. Not going to be in time. McKenna picks up his 7th stolen base, the Pilots' 2nd of the game. And they have a 2-out man in scoring position for the man who's 3rd on the team in RBIs, Hunter Wells. So Wells, who's driven in 20 runs in 20 previous games, has a chance to drive in his 21st. As for time, ahead of the 1-1 now from Nelson. Nelson's gone 2 innings and 2/3, walked a batter, hit a batter, and allowed a 2-base hit. Still looking for his first strikeout. It's a 1-1 count on Hunter Wells. The pitch. Swinging, fouls this one down the left field line. Everyone on the left side for the Red Wings, Riley, Edson, Tassin, I'll give it a look. It will land in the Red Wings bullpen, and Wells is behind the count 1-2. He was behind in the count 1-2 when he hit his double in the first. Looking for more of the same here in the 3rd. Looking to break this scoreless tie with Mark McKenna standing on 2nd. Pilots have had a man in scoring position in all 3 innings thus far. Nelson looks back. Double checks on McKenna. Now deals. 1-2 line into the glove of Simonite. Races Wells to the bag, goes into a slide to make the play for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit. Or no runs, no hit. No errors. And the hit by pitch by or to McKenna is wasted. We played 3 here at Coburn Park. No score. Two, 3, and 4 for the Red Wings. Justin Etz, Joseph Tassin, and Will Simonite against Wong here in the inning. First pitch. Grounded to Wells. Dives to the backhand. The ball is just foul. Wells makes a great diving play to keep it in the infield, but counts on one. Etz popped out in foul territory to Wells his first time up. Fired the last 6 in a row. He struck out 5 through the first 3. He's given up just 1 hit, an infield single. 1 straight pitch missed, counts 1-1. He struck out 5 and the other 4 outs with pop-outs. The 1-1. Breaking ball. Way outside. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wong in inning number 4, no score at Colburn Park. The 2-1. Fastball. Misses low. Counts quickly 3 balls and 1 strike on Etz. Wong about to throw his 55th pitch of the night. The 3-1. Lined down the left field line, foul, and the count is full. On the shortstop for the Red Wings, Etz, the sophomore from the New Jersey Institute of Technology, has 21 hits and 69 at-bats for the Red Wings this summer. The payoff pitch from Wong. Misses high, ball 4. The first walk of the night from the Pilots' Taiwanese righty as he heads down, as Etz heads down to first after the walk. The 10th walk Wong has given up this year. The batter is Joseph Tassin. First pitch bunt down the first base line. Wong fields it, fires to Battaglia. A successful sacrifice bunt from Joseph Tassin, the third baseman for the Red Wings. His second sac bunt of the year, and the batter will be Will Simon. So a successful sacrifice bunt, 1-3 put out. Moves Etz up to second, and the batter, Simonek. Hit an infield single, then stole second his first time up. Long look at second from Wong. First pitch fired in for strike 1. Simonite led off the second with that infield single, then stole. So he was at second base with no outs. Then Wong struck out 2 and gave up a fly out to McKenna in center to strand that threat. 1 strike pitch. Called strike 2. A little bit of a better situation for Wong this time around, as there's 1 out when the man is in second, although he's facing the heart of Geneva's order as Simonite, the cleanup hitter, and then Justice Bigby, the number 5 hole hitter, are waiting. The 0-2. Misses high, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Will Simonite, the sophomore catcher from Cornell for the Red Wings. Counts 1-2. There's 1 on. Thought about the breaking ball that missed outside, but lays off, and Simonite even ups the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wong sets. First base side of the rubber from the stretch. Looks back at Etz. Triple checks, now deals. Breaking ball swung on, foul back, and we'll do it again. Simonite with a chance to drive in the game's first run, has driven in 22 on the year for the Red Wings. Wong comes set. The 2-2. Fastball swung on, fouled back. We'll do it again. The Red Wings' first baseman tonight also catches for Geneva. 1 for 1 on the night. Has Ed standing on second. Wong looks back. Now double checks. Now fires the 2-2. Fastball taken on the outside corner. Strike 3. Simonite down looking. The 6th punch out of the night from Wong.
Catcher number 7.
And the batter is Justice Bigsby. Justice Bigsby struck out swinging his first time up against Wong. Wearing number 7, the freshman catcher from Western Carolina. First pitch off the plate, counts 1-0. Wong looking to strand that runner in scoring position. The 1-0. Fastball lined up the middle or to his right. Plays it on a hop. Fires to Battaglia to end the inning.
That brings us
no runs, no hits, no errors, and the leadoff walk wasted. All 5 batters that have been stranded in this game have been left at second base. We played 3.5. Part of the Pilots' order. When we get back to Coburn Park, no score. Four, 5, and 6 for the Pilots. Willawaka, Peter Battaglia, and Over Torres. No score here at Coburn Park. First pitch from Nelson misses high. Counts 1-0. When Nelson has allowed a pilot to get all the way to second in each of the first 3 innings, but has stranded all 3 of them. 1-0 pitch lined into left. It's a leadoff single from Willawaka. For the second time in this game, the Pilots have had a leadoff base runner. Now in every inning, Nelson will be asked to work from the stretch. As Battaglia steps in and walk installs second, his first time up. Alaka takes over now at first, he'll be held on there by Will Simonite, the first baseman for the Red Wings. Nelson looks over. First pitch swinging as Battaglia fouled down the first base line. Counts on 1. Nelson sets now, fires over to Alaka. Or to Simonite holding on Alaka. Alaka stolen a team-high 9 bases. He has not been caught this year. 4 different pilots have stolen 9 bases and haven't been caught. 1 straight pitch to Battaglia. Popped up into center. Chamberlain took a step back now. Takes a step in, but lost the ball in the air. The second baseman ends up making the play on the infield.
Walking up to the plate
for out number 1.
The Newark Pilots from Yavapai Community College, right fielder number 3, Over Torres.
So Battaglia pops up to the second baseman. Batters Torres. Right-handed swinging right fielder from Yavapai Community College. Up with Alaka on first. First pitch bounced in the dirt. Alaka heads down to second, where he'll reach with a stolen base, his 10th. The Pilots' third stolen base in as many innings. And Alaka's 10 for 10. There was a missed pitch in the dirt by Torres. Counts 1-0. So for the fourth straight inning, the Pilots have a man in scoring position. Nelson has stranded the first three and has fired in a first strike to Torres. Counts 1-1. A ball, a strike, an out, and a man on. Was set. The 1-1. Missed outside. Count is 2-1. Through the first 3 1/3. He's allowed 2 hits. He's walked a batter, hit a batter, and struck a Pilot out. Looking here in the fourth, looking to continue to match zeros with Wong. Torres at the plate. Nelson steps off. Torres flew out to Chamberlain in center. His first time up. Long look at second now. Fires. A breaking ball that Torres swings through, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on for the Pilots. Torres, the Pilots' leading RBI man, looking to drive in the man he's tied with from second. Bigby sets up outside. The 2-2. It was a dead ball. It was called by the home plate umpire. Home plate umpire called for time. So the bloop into center will not count for Torres, and the count's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1 on for the Pilots. The 2-2. Check to swing. Home plate umpire says he went around, and there's 2 away. The batter will be Colton Carney. Right-handed swinging left fielder flew out to his counterpart, Justin Riley, and left his first time up. Nelson looking for the 4th straight inning to strand a base runner in scoring position. Nelson comes set, looks back at Alaka, now fires the first pitch to Carney, line into left. Alaka's going to round third, he's heading home. Throw from Riley is going to be cut off by Casson. Carney heads down to second with an RBI single. Goes to second on the throw, and the Pilots lead it 1-0. Advance to second on the throw. Carney picks up his 14th RBI, the 22nd run for Will Alaka, and the Pilots have a lead. Something they have been familiar with of late.
The plate from Louisiana Tech, catcher number 23, Jonathan Parker.
Carney now takes over at second after the 2-out RBI single. Pilots lead at 1-0. The batter is Jonathan Parker. Flew out to right in his first time up. Nelson comes set. First pitch gets the outside corner. Free called, strike 1. So Nelson, who was able to strand a base runner at second for the first 3 innings, unable to do so here in the 4th as the Pilots finally get to him for the game's first run. Nelson looks back at Carney, now looks in and fires. Carney goes, throw down to third. Not in time. The 10th stolen base of the year for Colton Carney. He ties Willalaka for the team lead. The Pilots are 4 for 4 stealing bases tonight. So Carney goes to 10 for 10. Alaka's 10 for 10. McKenna and Battaglia have the other 2 Pilot steals. The 1-1 to Parker. Swinging, grounded, past the glove of Tassin. Into left. It's going to be an RBI single for Jonathan Parker. Carney comes around to score, and it's 2-0 Pilots. The 12th RBI for Parker, 10th or 11th rundown for Colton Carney. The Pilots have doubled their lead as Christian Orr comes to the plate. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Carney made it all the way up to third before coming around to score on the Parker RBI. Pilots now with a 2-0 lead off of Wynn Nelson here. Orr grounded out to short his first time up. First pitch misses low. Counts 1-0. Orr, the first batter in the game to come up for in consecutive innings. Came up to lead off the third, now here in the fourth.
Thank you.
Nelson had stepped off the mound and started towards first. Parker reached in and said to the base umpire, Gary Benton, "Sir, that's a balk." Benton agreed, and Nelson goes right after the base umpire. Now the pitching coach for Geneva going to go out and talk to Nelson. So the first balk we've seen this summer moves Parker into scoring position with 2 outs. This becomes an RBI opportunity for Christian Orr, who's driven in 5 on the summer. Big B heads back behind home plate. Pitching coach for Geneva heads back into the dugout. On the third base side. Counts 1-0 on Orr. Pilots have taken the lead here in this bottom of the fourth. Back-to-back 2-out singles from Colton Carney and Jonathan Parker have led to a Pilots lead. Nelson comes set and looks back at Parker. Double checks. Now deals. Grounded to third. Tassin will play it on a hop. I'm in to end the inning. But the Pilots get 2. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We played 4. Pilots in front. Jake Lyle, Langston Livingston, Matt Smith, 6, 7, and 8 for Geneva here in the top of the 5th. First pitch misses inside, counts 1-0. Lyle flew out to center. This becomes a shutdown inning opportunity for Wong, who has – the Pilots have given up a run in 91.2% of the half innings following scoring a run, as the rain has come down here at Coburn Park here in the top of the fifth. Counts 2-0 on Lyle. The 2-0. Fastball line down the left field line. This one's going to be a base hit. Lyle's going to round first. He's heading to second. Throw by Carney is not going to be in time. A leadoff double for Jake Lyle, his third double of the year, and the Red Wings have a man in scoring position to start this
to the plate for the Red Wings, number 26.
Pilots got two in their half of the fourth on back-to-back two-out singles from Colton Carney and Jonathan Parker in 18 straight innings and now 30 of the last 32 innings. Have not trailed since the fourth inning against the Jamestown Jammers back 4 days ago. The designated hitter Livingston is a called strike one. Livingston struck out swinging his first time up. That was to strand a man at second for Wong. Wong has allowed two base runners, now a third, to reach second base, has stranded the first two. The one strike pitch. Livingston thought about it. They're going to say he went around, and it's going to be a called strike two. So Wong has stranded all or both runners that got on base. The Red Wings are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight. The two-strike pitch. Sets up outside. He goes outside. Counts 1-2 on Livingston, who struck out for the 17th time on the year. His first time up. Pilots lead at 2-0 here in the top of the fifth at Coburn Park. The 1-2. Off the plate, same spot. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lyle leads off second after Wong has given up 2 hits, a walk, and has struck out 6. The 2-2. Swung on, fouled back. We'll do it again. Wong in for the Pilots. The Pilots have scored in 113 different innings this year, and then in the following half inning have given up 103 runs. So 91.2% of the time they give up a run in the following half inning. Wong looks Lyle back to second. And the count is 2-2. On Livingston, the designated hitter. Wong double checks, now deals. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Livingston down on strikes for the second time tonight, and there's one away. Batters retired with the man in scoring position from Wong, and the batter will be Matt Smith. Struck out looking to start the third. He's 0 for 1. Wong sets, now deals from the stretch. First pitch popped up. Hackbarth points at it. Carney over, makes the play in left for out number 2.
Now up for the Red Wings.
So Smith retired, and the batter will be Matt Chamberlain. Struck out swinging against Wong his first time up. Wong's now got 7 strikeouts through 4 2/3, and the batter will be the left-handed hitting center fielder Chamberlain. Struck out swinging for the 27th time, his first time up. Wong sets, looking to strand the leadoff double. First pitch, swung on and missed. Counts 0-1. Wong sets. Now fires. Breaking ball at the knees, called strike 2. Rain coming down harder now here at Coburn Park in the top of the 5th. Wong looks back. Double checks on the man at second. That's Lyle. 2-strike pitch missed in the dirt. Counts the ball and 2 strikes. Chamberlain waits. Wong sets. Looks back at Lyle. Now deals the 1-2. On the outside corner. Chamberlain down looking, and now he will offer his 10 cents to Rick Antonio. Antonio asks Chamberlain if he needs any help. He says, no, sir. I'm just looking for out number 3. We've played 4.5. An official game here at Colburn Park. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Top of the Pilots order. They lead 2-0 here in Newark. Rain continues to fall even harder here at Colburn Park. First pitch swing as McKenna pops it up. Tassin in the foul territory will make the play in front of the Red Wings dugout for out number 1. So McKenna retired for the second time tonight, and the batter's Graham Hackmore.
Shortstop, number 16.
The Pilots lead at 2-0 here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. So we played an official game at Colburn Park. Pilots got their 2 runs, back-to-back 2-out singles from Colton Carney and Jonathan Parker to take their lead. Hackmore switch bats. Goes with the pink one. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. Graham is 0 for 2 tonight. Has struck out swinging and flown out to right. Wong allowed a leadoff double to the Red Wings second baseman, Jake Lyle. He was then stranded on 2 strikeouts and a flyout. So Wong has stranded all 8 batters with a runner in scoring position. Rain now even harder. This one flown into center. Chamberlain retired, and there's 2 away.
Louisiana Tech, number 2, third baseman, Hunter Wells. 3
pitches, 2 outs, and the batter is Hunter Wells. Here for the Pilots, switch hitting third baseman up from the left side against Wynn Nelson, who has given up 4 hits. He's walked a batter, he's hit a batter, and he struck out 2. He's also given up 2 through the first 4 2/3. Wells hit a 2-out double in the first and grounded out to first in the third. Switch hitter batting from the left. First pitch from Nelson. Breaking ball upstairs. Count is 1-0. Nelson from his windup, the 1-0. Breaking ball gets the outside corner. We're even at a ball and a strike. Pilots lead this one 2-0 as the rain continues heavily here in the bottom of the 5th. Nelson from the windup, the 1-1. Pitch is bounced and counts 2-1. Knew this rain was coming. It was just a matter of time if the Pilots could get some runs and get a lead through the first 4.5, and then whatever happens after that, we go from there. 2-1 to Wells. Takes low. Counts 3-1. Pilots lead it 2-0. Wong has posted 5 innings of scoreless baseball here at Colburn Park against the Red Wings. 3-1 count on Wells, the pitch. Bounced. Hunter Wells heads down to first with a 2-out walk. And the batter's Willalaka. Single and scored the game's first run in his at-bat in the fourth. On the Colton Carney RBI single. Rain continues to fall harder. Alaka 1 for 2. Also stole his 10th stolen base. Stole his 10th base in this one. Diggs in, the designated hitter tonight. No batting gloves on. Nelson sets first pitch. Swinging. Fouls this one down the right field line. Counts on 1. Nelson looks over, now fires from the stretch. Grounded foul, and Alaka quickly behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. As it's now pouring here at Coburn Park in Newark. Pilots lead it 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's an 0-2 count on Willalaka. Wells leads off first, being held on by Simonite. After the 2-out walk. Comes set. The 0-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Alaka down swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the 2-out walk wasted. We played 5 here at Coburn Park, and the Pilots lead 2-0.
Visiting Red Wings 0.
Welcome back. We're supposed to be heading into the top of the 6th, but as of now, we're going to have a rain delay here at Coburn Park. We have played an official game. We played 5 full innings, with the Pilots leading 2-0. Pilots scored their 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th, both with 2 outs, on RBI singles from Colton Carney and Jonathan Parker to take a 2-0 lead. Both pitchers have gone 5. Peng Fei Wong has gone 5. He's given up 2 hits. He's struck out 8, and he's allowed a walk. And with runners in scoring position, he has 8 for 8 in retiring Red Wings batters. Wynn Nelson has also gone 5. He's given up 4 hits, 2 runs. He's walked 2, and he's hit a bat. He has also struck 3. We'll keep you updated, but for now, with the Pilots leading 2-0 after 5, we are in a rain delay here at Colburn Park. We're about a half hour into our rain delay here at Colburn Park. We're in between the 5th and the 6th inning with the Pilots leading here over the Geneva Red Wings 2-0. Pilots scored their 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th, both with 2 outs. Colton Carney and Jonathan Parker had back-to-back singles to drive in Will Olaka for run number 1, and then Colton Carney scored run number 2. The Pilots are a successful 4 for 4 on stolen bases tonight. Both teams have a double, and Geneva is 1 for 1 on the base paths. Pang-Fee Wong started for the Pilots. He's gone 5. If we were to continue this game, not sure after over a half hour now sitting around, not sure if he would go back in. Through 5, Wong struck out 8. He allowed 2 hits, and he walked the batter. Winfred Nelson has also gone 5 for Geneva. Through 5, he's given up 2 runs, 4 hits. He's walked 2, he's hit 1, and he struck out 3. For now, we are still in a rain delay here at Colburn Park. Let's into it, and we will keep you updated on what is happening here in Newark.
Drive
Thank you
safe and
for
have a good evening.
sticking with us, for those of you who did.
Thank you to our
After a
sponsors, US
48
Army.
minute rain delay, the umpires have come back out, and we are going to call this ball game. So the Newark Pilots will walk away with a 2-0 win in 5 innings. The minimum amount to play this game. The win goes to Peng Fei Wong, his first. The loss to Winfred Nelson. He takes his first. Pilots win this one 2-0. Scored their 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th on 2 out on back-to-back 2-out singles from Colton Carney and Jonathan Parker. Peng Fei Wong goes the complete game 5 innings, strikes out 8, gives up 2 hits, strands 8 base runners strands 3 base runners. But with runners in scoring position, the Geneva Red Wings win 0-8. The loss goes to Winfred Nelson. He also goes 5, 4 hits, 2 runs. He struck out 3. Tomorrow night, we're in Jamestown. Wednesday night in Elmira. Thursday, a doubleheader with these Red Wings. Friday in Onondaga. Saturday, home for Onondaga. Then Sunday, we host Amsterdam to round out the regular season. The most important thing to come out of this night, with Onondaga off and the Pilots winning their 17th game, the Pilots move to just 2 games back of the Flames with 6 games left to play this season. After a 5-20 month of June, the playoffs are still in reach for these Newark Pilots. Signing off from Colburn Park after this 2-0 win in a rain-shortened 5-inning game. For the Newark Pilots Radio Network, I am Frank Lasala. We hope you're with us in Jamestown tomorrow night.